I am the one person on the planet who has beaten Donald Trump twice.
Right. Give it up. Don't leave me hanging. 2 times. So let's talk about how that happened. How is it that you came to be in court twice, to beat him twice? Where did it start?
In a sexual abuse case, the woman's body is the center of the case. And how she looks means everything. The basic thing a woman has to prove in court is, am I fuckable?
One moment you're E. Jean with a TV show and a column and you are living the life. Thursday morning, you're now E. Jean with a dreadful secret.
That led to a lot of problems. I never had sex again, ever. I just learned to deal with them. Nightmares, I learned to deal with them. I would wake up and I'd be suffocated with this body on top. I learned to deal with that.
Is $100 million like the all-time greatest, best ever revenge fantasy come true?
It's really delicious because you know what I want to do with it? I'm going to give it to everything he hates. If he had testified.
So here on Soberness, we have always believed in sobriety from anything that was messing with your life. But this year, we really wanted to solidify it and add it to the firmament. So our new tagline is freedom from fuckery. Anything that's been fucking with you. Yes. Whether it's self-imposed fuckery, fuckery from the outside, fuckery from that motherfucker in the White House. Thank you. So, very, very important that we all focus on our own personal freedom from fuckery this year, whatever that means to you. But there is no better person than the reigning queen of the resistance, the woman who has done what we all want to do, which is kick that man in the virtual balls. This is E. Jean Carroll, ladies and gentlemen. So happy you're here. I can't think of a better person to kick off the season. So, thank you. With that, let's have a seat. Now, who here knows how to read? Does anybody know? You know how to read. All right, so we're going to start out with a little bit of E. Jean's story. This is from her most excellent book called Not My Type, One Woman versus a President. And I wanted to start here because, well, to me, it's the best part of the book. So, you're ready?
I'm ready.
All right, everyone, that's Audrey. Audrey Silver. She will be reading the part of E. Jean. I will also be reading the part of E. Jean. Trump is already mad that he has to pay me the $5 million. Oh, pardon me. Make that $6 million.
It is $6 million with his having to pay 9% interest compounding daily.
And as Trump is even madder that he has to pay me the $83,300,000. Excuse me. Did I say 83,300,000? Forgive me.
If you add in the the $6 million plus the 9% compounded deliciously on the 83,300,000, it comes to, let me see.
Well, it looks like it comes to around 100 million. Yes. I'd like to hear the audience say that. It comes to 100 million. 100 million. 100 million. What was that? 100 million. That's exactly it. Thank you very much. Audrey Silver, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, E. Jean, how are you feeling tonight?
I feel fabulous.
Excellent.
Thank you, Cat.
Good. Hold on.
Thank you for having me.
And
I'm
thank
a
you.
long-time fan.
What?
I'm extremely happy because I am the one person on the planet who has beaten Donald Trump twice.
Right. Give it up. Don't leave me hanging. 2 times. So let's talk about how that happened. How is it that you came to be in court twice, to beat him twice? Where did it start?
1996, and
96.
had a little talk show on Roger Ailes' network called America's Talking. Remember Roger Ailes?
Oh, I've
Met
heard of
that
Roger.
man anytime.
Yeah.
And after work, after doing the show, I was at Bergdorf's and was leaving the show. There's Donald Trump out in the front of the building, and he puts up his hand like this to stop. And I thought, so I stopped, and he came in. He said, "Hey, you're that advice lady. Help me find a gift." And I thought, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened. This is what I was born to do. I'm an advice columnist at Elle magazine. This is what I do. I advise people. And we went to the store, and when we got to the lingerie department, it got very dark, very suddenly. And I thought I had died in that dressing room, but I got out, and I got downstairs, and Cat, unbelievably, the next day I went to work. And I'm a woman who was born in the Second World War. Can you imagine? So that's when I was born. So I am a member of the silent generation. We did not complain. We put our chins up and we smiled. That's how we handle things. That's because if we wanted to get ahead in business, if we wanted our careers, we didn't complain. And you have been through this. You have been through this, Cat. There's a horrible decision. Do I say anything about a powerful man? If I had spoken out, Roger Ailes would have fired me, or Elle would have fired me. Well, Elle did fire me. And Trump had a lot of lawyers. So I didn't say a word for 27 years.
How many people in this room have experienced sexual assault? How many people said something in the moment to their abuser?
Oh,
How many people said something afterward to their friend, to the police, to anyone? How many people said nothing at all?
that's right.
In your book, Eugene, you say you chose to suck it up and get on with it.
Yeah.
So there you were. You were one moment, you're Eugene with a TV show and a column, and you are living the life. Let's say that was a Wednesday. Thursday morning, you're now Eugene with a dreadful secret. What did that do to your sense of self?
Well, see, that led to a lot of problems. I never had sex again, ever. So,
Let's not gloss over that. It's not just the physical part of having sex that we all enjoy. It's the comfort.
Yeah.
It's the love.
Yeah.
It's the acceptance. So you're telling me that 30 years ago you chose to not have comfort, love, and acceptance.
no, I didn't choose it. There's nothing I could do. I couldn't force myself to flirt. Couldn't force it, because I got into trouble the last time I flirted with a guy, right?
Yeah.
I was flirting my brains out with Donald Trump, and it turned black. The grate, you know how we do the stores in New York, put down the grate and close up? That's what happened to me, and I couldn't force myself to look at somebody and smile. An attractive man in my age, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And I couldn't force myself.
And were you cognizant enough of what was going on to make the connection and say, that man raped me and now I cannot?
No, I didn't make it until I wrote the book. That's how well I hid it from myself. Well, you hide things from yourself too.
Girl.
All the time.
Let me tell you something. When I lost my job at NBC, that was in December of 2017, I shut my fucking head off. I shut my mind off. I said, I will not be dealing with that. So lost. I had no idea who I was without broadcast.
No, you are broadcast.
Look who's talking. I mean, the two of, I mean, this is what I was made to do. It's what I loved, and the heartbreak was so deep. So I know of what I speak when I ask you, how did you maneuver through your days?
No, I kept putting, the flashbacks. I just learned to deal with them. I just learned to deal with them. Nightmares, I learned to deal with them. You know, I would wake up and I'd be suffocated with this body on top of it. I learned to deal with that. I was just putting it, well, weren't you putting it behind you?
Yes. And what I turned into was not a great friend, not a great wife, not a great mother, pretty shitty daughter. It eroded everything around me because I was that out of my mind. The fact that you were able to go to work and be fabulous and keep your jobs and advise. In fact, speaking of you advising people, I was watching the E. Jean Carroll show. This is from 1996.
Oh, God.
Yes, my darling Flopsy Pudding, the biggest man-handling trick of all is to know there is no trick. All you have to remember is that you're a woman. And if you're a woman, you're precious, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I still believe that. Although I disagree with almost all my advice. I do believe that women are precious.
When you said this, were you talking to yourself? Were you trying to put it on your mind?
I had no, I was so blocked off. Can you imagine giving up just the happiness of cooking dinner with somebody and cuddling on the couch afterwards and walking the dog together? So that's how blocked off. That's all.
So what else suffered? Obviously your love life suffered. What else suffered? Your friendships?
No, I was pretty blocked. No, I was doing good. I had a good, I went on to have a really wonderful life. I just never had sex again. And that erotic part of my life where you fall in love was just, it didn't exist. It didn't exist. And just making out with somebody. I mean, rolling around with somebody on the floor or wherever. Wouldn't that be great? No, not gonna happen. Because I can't get past that one thing.
Did people think you were being snobby?
No, nobody, they didn't, no, nobody thought about it because nobody knew about it.
But no, you weren't saying
No,
yes
I
to
was
dates.
advising people in Elle magazine how to have fabulous sex.
You just
I can remember.
Right.
I think most of the people who give advice in America on sex have never had sex. They're all just, have you noticed a bunch of old ladies who give sexual advice? I just really doubt whether they're really having.
They're really having it?
I don't know.
Or if they've ever had it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you recall the worst piece of advice you ever gave?
I'd give them some bad advice.
Quality wines full of heart, not alcohol. Celebrate Sober October with Hand on Heart. Hand on Heart is more than just a wine. It is a commitment. It's a commitment to delivering delicious, flavorful wine without the alcohol. Crafted with the same fruits and in the same way as we make our premium wines, Hand on Heart is made by hand and with heart. We believe in healthy living, enjoying the things you love, and we're in philanthropic partnership with the Susan G. Komen Foundation. Enjoy a moment in perfect harmony. Real wine without the alcohol. Hand on Heart. In your book, I appreciated the surgical detail with which you recreated every outfit you wore during the, I mean, listen, in this time of government discomfort, I have been trolling Poshmark like it is my fucking job.
Right.
Okay? And then once I've done that, I head over to the Real.
Right.
And when that's over, don't even start me on Ricari, okay?
Yeah.
It's all I can think about that's safe.
Yes, it's safe, and also in my case, in the book I write about the clothes constantly because in a sexual abuse case, the woman's body is the center of the case, and how she looks means everything. The basic thing a woman has to prove in court is, am I fuckable? That's it. That's what the jury is going to bring back the verdict on. She will only be believed if she's hot enough to be believed. So we recreated my look from 1996.
How did it feel for you to look in the mirror and look like the past you?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, but, I love clothes. I love makeup. This is a wig. This is Trudy. This is Trudy, and I have Trixie, and I have Thomasita, and I have, yeah. So, no, I love clothes. Women, every woman in this room knows it's our armor, and that when we look good, we feel powerful. And you certainly know that. Did you all see her outfit? Wait a minute, look at the back. Look. Come out and play. The back of her vest, which looks like a Hell's Angels vest, says Warriors. It's great. I know on the front of her vest, what does she have? A paperclip. Everybody in this room who wants to resist Trump and tell the world they resist Trump, I see most of you are wearing paper clips. This is unbelievable.
That's it. Resistance clips.
This is it. This is how we recognize each other. This is what they did in the Second World War. To show they resisted the Nazis, they all wore paper clips. So this is what we're doing, and one paper clip is nothing, but 50 million paper clips is a mutiny, and we can take back the country. So let's all wear our paper clips.
Resist, resist, resist.
Exactly.
So to me, when someone has harmed me, I engage in a healthy amount of revenge fantasy porn in my mind. I like to think about all the ways I'm going to hurt them. I have never, I know, don't fuck with
I'm looking
me.
at your husband.
Look at that guy, he's a prince. He doesn't, I have no retaliation needed there. Is $100 million like the all-time greatest, best ever revenge fantasy come true?
It's really delicious because you know what I want to do with it? I'm going to give it to everything he hates.
Yes.
Women's reproductive rights.
Yeah. Fund that. If he wasn't in power now, would this book, this lawsuit, this movement be as important to you? If he wasn't a threat at present?
I can't even imagine such a thing. I can't. He's so present. And that's the thing. He's the most powerful man in the world. The most powerful man in the world. That is what we're dealing with. And when he was in court, it was amazing because he's just this guy in apricot makeup with hair like Tippi Hedren in The Birds. And he's old and he's fat. But he is the most powerful man on earth. And you know what he did? And the jury's sitting right here. He moaned and he complained and he growled and he sniffed and he snarled the whole time. That you could hear I never met her. I don't know who she is. The jury could hear every word. But the jury was close enough to see him and to see what was really underneath that blue suit and red tie, and they immediately held him liable, as we know, for $83 million. So when you see him close, you understand he's not that powerful. I wish Americans could have been in that courtroom.
Did you have a physical reaction to seeing him in person?
Well, yes, we had a moment. I had to steel myself. I was prepared. And all the lawyers, they were all with the judge. It was just Trump and me. He was sitting at the defendant's table. I'm at the plaintiff's. And I just turned around and lanced him in the eye.
Yeah.
And we just held each other's eyes. First of all, he looked away, and then he looked back. Wait a minute, she's looking at me. And we just held one another's eyes like this. And I told him what I wanted to tell him, and he got it, And then I turned back around. And the whole time, for 2 days, as I testified and told him to his face what he had done, he never looked at me again. He never met my eyes. He never once met my eyes. When I'd look at him, he'd look away.
You know, that implies some sort of self-awareness on his part, like maybe some shame. Do you think he's capable?
No.
So why do you think he looked away?
I think I was a non-entity to him.
You an entity now, baby. $100 million worth of an entity is what you are. 100 million. I can't even wrap my head.
Yes, but he has made $7 billion since he's become president.
Ugh, I hate him so much.
$7 billion. That is not a verified amount, but it's fairly close to how much he's brought in to his own personal wealth. $7 billion since he was voted president. This time, just this time, $7 billion.
Eugene Carroll, I can't wrap my head around it. I can bring
No,
it
we
down to my
can't.
check.
We can't.
Yeah. There's that old line: you can have a lawsuit or a life. In your case, you had a lot. Did your lawsuit give you life?
I never thought of it that way. It was something I had to do. I had to do it. He said, he called me a liar. He called me a liar 26 times in 3 days from the White House. Now, I was not going to put up with that. Somebody called me a liar 26 times in 3 days? So I thought, no. During the trial, when he was on trial for defamation, he tweeted over 40 times in 1 hour.
It's amazing.
About how horrible the judge was, what a liar I was, how he never met me, how horrible my great attorney was. No, it was, and then after each day in the court, he would meet the president. He'd say, "I'm the one who suffered.
What a victim.
I'm the one who deserves the money. I'm the one."
How so exactly?
Yeah.
How did he deserve the money?
He deserves the money because he deserves the money.
Right. What's the craziest thing he said about you? You know, she's a liar, that's run of the mill, but what was the most out there thing?
He said from the White House he called for anybody who knew any information about me and to please call immediately because I was a dangerous woman.
You are a dangerous woman. Yes, look at her.
I hadn't thought of that.
Like a weapon up in here.
I hadn't thought of that.
Did you have a favorite moment during not one but two trials?
Oh, geez, a favorite moment. A favorite moment. Yes. Well, I had Alina Habba Esquire, who was in the second trial his defense attorney, who's now Attorney General of
Jersey.
I'm sorry, people from New Jersey. She has now stopped all criminal behavior in New Jersey as they figure out whether she's legal or not. She was wonderful. But Joe Tacopina is the great, wait a minute, you could do a rap about Joe Tacopina.
Mr. Tacopina, Mr. Joe Tacopina, Mr. Tacopina, Mr. Joe Tacopina. The way she writes is like a hip hop song, right? I mean, what's better storytelling and more of modern poetry than hip hop lyrics? And this woman, she doesn't look like a badass baller hip hopper, but I am telling you, she's the real deal. Her book reads like the greatest rap song. And there's this, I'm the oldest person in the room. Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina. Does anybody else know that song? Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina, Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Joe Tacopina, Mr. Tacopina. Anyway, so that's what's going through my head the entire book. It's it's worth listening to that song, and it's also worth reading this book. Your descriptions were amazing. But anywho, you were saying Joe Tacopina, Mr.
Joe
Joe Tacopina.
Tacopina is built like Popeye. He's just huge shoulders, narrow hips, full of himself, hair brilliantine, just fabulous, struts around. And he wears, well, $6,000 suits.
He ain't on Poshmark in the middle of the night.
He is not. He's wearing a Petite Philippe watch, $3.3 million. And one day, coming back from lunch, I'm walking down the aisle to get to the plaintiff's table, and Joe Tacopina is leaning against, the jury's not in the room, He's leaning against the jury box.
Kissing on his territory.
And he's looking good. And his rear end is very bulbous. It's like a tetherball. It's really.
I'm gonna throw up now.
And he says, Miss Carroll, you're beating me at the fashion game. And I said, Mr. Tacopina, you're wearing a $6,000 suit. And he says, no, no, no. And he opened it up. And of course, it's bespoke. And I see the name of a famous tailor. But the inside of his jacket, the lining, you have never seen the Aurora Borealis until you've seen the inside of his jacket. So, you know, Joe Tacopina, great defense attorney, and he did his best to Trump. If Trump had followed his advice, Trump may have won. He could have won. But he didn't follow Joe Tacopina's advice. He refused to come home from Ireland. Remember, he was on the golf course and said, you know, that horrible woman back in New York I've never met is making me come back. He didn't come back. If he had come back and if he had testified in front of the jury, Cat, he had convinced America, even though he had bankrupted 6 times, he was a business genius. And we did not have a Manhattan jury. We had an upstate Trump jury. Our jury members came from upstate red counties. If he had testified, I think he could have changed the mind of at least one of those jury members and hung the jury. However, if he had testified, Robbie Kaplan would have been able to put him on the stand and cross-examine him
And fry his ass.
That's it. She would just torn his head off and fed it to him. So I think it was Robbie Kaplan, her cross-examination, why he didn't come. I really do. And therefore he lost.
And therefore he lost. God, it would have been so much less expensive for him to just come home.
Yeah, exactly.
Not our problem. Hey, speaking of expensive, I forgot to do something at the beginning, and now I need to take a little commercial break. You might have noticed on your tables this hand-on-heart non-alcoholic wine.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I would like to taste that.
That's how we drunks do it. Pretty good. Great, in fact.
That's delicious.
Just like the real thing.
That's very good.
Just like Oprah, I would like to say, you get a bottle, and you get a bottle, and you get a bottle. Everybody leaves here tonight with a bottle of hand-on-heart wine. So,
I'm thrilled. Thank you.
well, we're all getting smashed on alcohol-free wine. Who's got a question
Yeah.
for E. Jean about anything? A statement, a question? Let's start with Annie. Oh, we have a traveling mic.
I can yell.
Oh, you can yell. She's an actress. She can project.
So, you said that you couldn't have sex because of that schmuck, right? After he did that. Now that you've won, has your life changed sexually?
No, I'm still unable to get over that laugh.
I want you to.
I want to too. As I'm learning a lot about the human heart. Even though I want to, I can't figure out how to do it. I don't give up hope though.
Are you working on it?
I hate to think I'm working on it, but the therapist, each side in the courtroom had to hire a person to decide how crazy I was.
Wow, where'd you land on the crazy scale?
So she has helped me. She's given me steps of what I do. I have to just look at them and smile. But I can't if he's anywhere in my range of age. I'm attracted to him. He's cute. I gotta just look at him. I can't do it. But maybe,
Little by little.
A little bit, or I am 82 for God's sake. So
I mean, you don't look it, lady. So
I don't feel it.
good. Well, great. And what is age but a number? All right, who else? We've got a question for Ms. E. Jean Carroll. At your service, Christopher John Z.
Were you sober at the time this happened?
Oh,
Yeah, no, I love drinking. I'm surprised. No,
freedom from fuckery. She's here to talk about her freedom from
Yeah,
fuckery.
yeah.
But in that moment, you were sober.
oh yeah. Oh,
It was like for the afternoon.
I'm like a 1 or 2 glass of wine a week girl. So no, I had no. And I certainly during the trial at night, I had a glass of chartreuse every now and again. But that was it. Alcohol is not my thing.
Lucky.
Putting things under the rug is my thing.
Well, you're lucky that you have the assistance of alcohol to do that. I wish I had that opportunity. I'm so bad at drinking.
Oh,
I'm really
then
bad.
you shouldn't drink.
I shouldn't do it. I don't do it.
Exactly.
Unless it's hand on heart wine, which we love, everybody. Don't forget, you get a bottle and you get a
I
bottle
love
and
that.
you get a
I
bottle.
like it. Smart.
Okay. Who else? Who's next? Madam Ellen. Well, you're here with Ellen. 2 Ellens.
I'm just thinking about the trauma we've been through and how you were talking about dealing with it. And I'm just curious how you came to make the brave decision to prosecute.
And to me, it was not. See, I don't think it's brave. It was just. It wasn't. Has nothing to do with bravery. Bravery is a single mom who has 2 kids. One of the kids is sick, and she still has 2 jobs. That is bravery. That's a single dad or the married dad who's afraid right now of being dragged off to ICE, and he goes to work and takes it. That's right. Me.
Yes,
But mine.
as you came up against the biggest bully in this world.
That's right.
What it was nerve. That's what I got. I got nerve. I'm not courageous, but I have got nerve. If somebody, in college, if somebody dared me to jump off a cliff, I was the first one to do it. So it's that aspect of my personality. That's a good question. The lawyers were brave, and the witnesses were brave because they were all threatened. So they were, yeah.
He threatened the witnesses?
Oh yeah, he personally didn't, but his followers.
This is terrifying. Okay, who's next? Madam.
Hello. It's a 2-parter. One is, what kind of moisturizer do you use? Second one, more seriously, is in the 30 plus years that you were in advice columnist, did you ever give anyone advice that you may have wanted to give yourself about coming forward in a similar situation?
Oh, great question.
Yeah, no, I'm a big hypocrite. Oh man, I really advise people to always go to the police. There was a column where I said, always go to the police, always cry out. I have a column about if anybody lays a hand on you at work, you scream out and make a big deal out and call, Oh, I was just full of bullshit, just full of it. And what I use is, I'm slathered right now in Vaseline. Vaseline.
Available at your local druggist.
That's it. Love it.
Who's up next? Henry Levin.
Thank you to both of you. Thank you. You talked about the bully, and I suspect from your perspective you may have some unique thoughts about what and how we might go about standing up and stopping.
Say that again.
How do we go about standing up to the bully and stopping?
Okay, so this is what this paperclip thing is. They got MAGA hats. They can see each other. That gives them feelings of belonging and power. We have nothing. Hence, the paperclip mutiny. Everybody put on your paperclip, and you're at the grocery. You see somebody wearing it, you think, oh, okay, we can do it. It gives heart because we're a little despondent right now. And this is a sign that we have more power. There's more of us than them. There's more of us.
Yeah.
There's more of us. And, so paperclip, let's try it.
Gotta start somewhere.
It worked for the Norwegians. It worked in World War II.
Norway is lovely, so they did something right.
Because you're such a brilliant writer, do you think you're going to continue writing books? Because so many of us have really been raised in your voice and being able to stand truth to power So are you going to write more books so that we can continue in your legacy?
You nailed it. My day has got to be involved. I have to be doing something. Hence the paperclip thing, but also writing. Yeah, I want to turn. Yeah, I'll tell you later. That was I was almost gave away a surprise.
Oh, come on. That was a tease, actually. You are good at flirting. That was a tease.
Thank you.
Tell us the thing. What is
I
it?
can't tell you. The
Come on, man.
I can't tell you the thing. But
Now
you'll
I
hear
have
about
blue
the thing.
balls.
Yeah.
It's not kind.
I tell you. I want to do a Broadway show.
Yes! Say more. Say more.
I wrote a thing in Esquire 20 years ago about the women who chase the basketball players, and I want to turn it into a Broadway show.
What, like basketball wives?
Yeah, the basketball groupies.
Yeah. Great. I love it. Good.
You like that idea?
I love this idea.
It's not bad, is it?
Are we going to be in it, you and me?
Oh, that's good.
We could be like the Waldorf and Statler, like sit
Yeah,
off of
that would be great.
and just like talk about
Great,
people.
that would be great. Do you like the idea?
I love the idea.
Women who chase the basketball player?
Yes, I love this. Sold.
Okay.
Is there a Pazusa in the house?
That's good.
All right, that's pretty good. Okay, you heard it here first. We've broken some news. E. Jean Carroll hitting Broadway. Who else? Tracy Bonham. What's on your mind?
Will there be a musical?
Yes, definitely a musical. Yeah,
I happen to know a musical powerhouse right there. Miss Tracy Bonham.
Oh,
Mother, mother.
yeah. Maybe I should send you the Esquire piece.
Yes.
Yeah,
Match made in heaven right here.
love it. Thank you.
All right, I have another question. Call on me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you kill it.
You said something about Roger Ailes in your book that I keep
Yeah.
trying to reconcile. You said, he's a great broadcaster. He was a great boss. He could run a network. He was one of my best friends.
Yeah.
I adored Roger. So did Katie Couric. Knowing him personally, he was wonderful. We had no idea that underneath all of this was a cesspool.
Yeah,
So
no idea.
we had no idea. But what you're saying with that is people can be absolutely two separate things at the same time. We are
Yes.
all light
Yeah.
and we are all dark.
Yes.
I am
Well,
sorry
Roger.
for this next question.
Yeah.
I think a few of us here in the room think the president is all dark.
Yeah.
Is there somebody out there saying, he was my best friend, he was amazing, he really knew how to do things? Is there some light, some real light, not some MAGA light, some real light about Trump that we don't see? Or is he the exception?
No, when I ran into him in front of Burgos in 1996, he was joshing and talking and not just about himself, but it was, he'd say hello to people. He was very different. He was funny. He had a sense of humor. And yes, he was saying things like, I was going to buy Bergdorf's and I was going to do this and I was going to do that. But he was cheerful. And he was very pretty back in the day. Very pretty. I know it's hard.
It's hard to, yes, he is not fuckable if you ask
No,
me.
he was, no, yeah.
So yes, so I guess the answer is people can be two things at once, right? We're all the light, we're all the dark. It is very hard for me to imagine the sweet side of Trump, but I
That
guess
was
it's,
it, but he grew, he grew. Yeah. Mary Trump, his niece, says, he's a myth now. He's a myth. And people give him the power. That's what's happened.
yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Gosh, I think he's ill. I think he's very ill, and I think this world is falling down around the whims of a very sick person. And actually, through my life working in prisons, I'm not sure I know the difference between ill and evil.
Oh,
That's, I think about it all the time.
you do know the difference. You do know the difference.
Say more.
You know what he is.
I think he's ill and evil.
Okay.
I think he's both. Anyway, I don't want to go down this road because
Remember,
it's so upsetting.
17, well, over a dozen credible women accused Donald Trump of sexual assault. Some people say it's 23, some say 24, some say 48. That many women.
Yeah.
And it's not just Trump, because many Americans voted for him anyway.
Right. Anyway. But how about we keep impeaching him and nobody kicks him out? He keeps being guilty and nobody puts him in jail. What the fuck?
They love him.
Well, that's really unfortunate. And it's left us in a very unfortunate place. I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know. Please, somebody ask a good, lighthearted question. Oh, Maria.
In terms of the reproductive rights being challenged, do you see if things continue to go down this path, things going towards the way of the Handmaid's Tale?
No, I think we're going to turn things around. I really think we're going to turn around. In the midterm, I think we're going to get it together because I trust Americans. Really.
Good.
No, it's Americans are smart and good people. This will come to an end because now people are in pain. They've lost their health care, they lost their education, the kids are suffering in school, things are costing all. No, I think we're going to turn it around. I really do.
Okay.
I really do.
Starts with paper clips.
Yeah,
Gotta
no,
start
that's what we're
somewhere.
going to do.
You know,
Paperclip.
that sounded like a prayer, actually, when you said, I believe in Americans.
Yeah.
That sounds like something very hopeful.
Yeah, it's a good country. It's a great country.
It is a great country, right?
Yes.
Does anybody else have anything hopeful on their minds right now? Because this lady thinks we're going to turn it around. We've got just about 3 years to do it. So anyone else have anything positive they want to add to this?
Also, he only has a few more years left in office.
Well, what do we do about his minions?
Don't worry about him. Once he's gone, it's going to be very different. Really, history is law.
Yeah.
We have got a power that we just, you know what? We give away power without knowing that we even had any.
Yeah.
And I was on a train ride that went across from here to Colorado. When I looked out the train window, all I saw was this country is huge. Yeah. And we in New York think we know what these people in Nebraska and Indiana, we don't know diddly squat about, and we're writing all this bullshit about what people think in the,
Right.
we don't.
Right.
We don't know anything.
Correct.
New Yorkers know a lot because we know Donald Trump.
And we look good.
Yeah, and we look great.
We look really
We look really good.
good.
We look really good. So no, I feel very hopeful.
I love hearing that. Rock out.
I'm going to add to that Jimmy Kimmel came back to better
That's
ratings
right.
than ever. So
Jimmy Kimmel.
even with him not being on 30% of the country, and he still hit those numbers and came back fighting.
You're right.
He'll have the power.
Yes. That's a great, thank you for pointing
And we
that.
hit him in the listen, the paper clip is very close to the money clip. If we don't like how these big companies are doing things, we do not sign up for their Disney, their Hulu, we got the power, we just don't know it. Yeah, money power.
Yeah. It always comes down to the money, right? Be careful where you spend it.
All about the money.
All right, my loves. Who else has anything else? Because Oliver. Do you need this microphone, sir?
No, I can
Project.
So you talked about the moment in the call room and your eyes met, and I wasn't quite sure if you were saying that you said to him what you needed to say to him, and you was kind of saying it with your eyes. Is that what you were saying? What was that you were saying to him in that moment?
That's my private message to Donald Trump. But he got it. You know, eyes really speak. And we held each other's eyes. It was the most powerful moment of my life. And yeah,
Because it was 30 years in the making?
yeah,
Yeah. That's the revenge fantasy.
yeah, and yeah.
You felt that you conveyed that message very
Yes,
precisely,
I believe it.
and that
I
he received
believe
it.
it. Now, he may believe something entirely different. See, that's the thing. But in my mind, I let him have it. But I let him have it on the stand. I mean, for 2 straight days, I testified right to the man's face, which millions and millions and millions and millions of people want to do that, and I got to do it. Yes, so that was nice. But it was the look.
Yes.
It was the look.
I do that like 10 times a day with my kids.
No, that's terrifying.
Right? I know. It's hilarious. I know. So I bet he got your message for sure.
Yeah.
Amy Lou, I know you do that. Your 3 sons, those eyes of yours could probably
Yeah.
lasers, right?
No, you just terrified me.
I'm
just
so
then.
sorry. I'm sorry. I just want to to love you so much.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Sorry. It's true. All right.
We have some-
Rhonda. Oh, Rhonda Stieg, the best.
Do you think Donald has any feelings at all?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he has tremendous feelings of revenge and hatred. And have you read the Iliad? You know, King Agamemnon is on the beach. He's filled with revenge and hatred. And you know, we got the Greeks on this, and then we got the Trojans over here, and we got Hector and Paris. They're filled with rage and hatred. And then we got Achilles with the Greeks. He's so pissed off he won't leave his tent. That's Donald Trump. The Greeks, Homer wrote every single emotion. That is Donald Trump. Filled with revenge. Filled. Remember, he was impeached twice. Remember these people who came after him? He is Letitia James and James Comey. He hates, he wants them to, he hates them. So that's, go home tonight and look at the Iliad. Your hair, you're thinking, this is about Donald Trump. And Stephen Miller and J.D. Vance. I mean,
Vance.
You know, the writing's so great. It's fantastic.
I think Vance is the scariest.
Please. Do you think that he'll ever pay?
Do I think
Do
what?
you think he'll pay?
Well, right now we have had a clean sweep in all the courts. Clean sweep. He has the $6 million is with Judge Kaplan in the federal court of New York. So that money, yes. The $83 million is he has had to take out a bond for that, and he will probably appeal to the Supreme Court about that. But he waived all of his rights in that case, so he's got very, very, very little chance of winning with the Supreme Court. However, let's take a vote. Can we take a vote?
We can do whatever we want.
Now, you all know the Supreme Court. What do you think the chances are they take a case where the president is held liable for sexual abuse? Do you think they'll take that case?
Oof. That's such a good question. With the way it is now, no, I do not think so. You?
I think 2 would like to take the case.
Okay.
I think 2 would like to take it, but I don't think they'd want to drag that in front of the public again, because a lot of people don't know he was held liable for sexual abuse. They just don't know it.
Right.
They don't live in New York, and they don't read the Times.
Well, and you're a very dangerous woman who's not to be believed.
I mean, do you want to do this again? Like, are you?
Oh, I don't care. I got nothing else to do except I just do this Broadway show about the basketball groupies. That's it. You've got nothing to do.
I'm so excited. Music by Tracy Bonham. It's all happening.
That's it.
Keith Feldman in the back.
Living in New York, a lot of us fail to realize perhaps that more than half of America voted for him. That's why he's in office. So how do we make nice and everyone get along? There's all this fighting, but we have to come together. It's not just about him being president. We come together.
That's it. No, that's definitely it. And you know, you got to go outside and talk to your neighbor. You really, that's it. You got to, I hate to say it, put on the goddamn paperclip. But here's the thing. No, go outside and talk to your neighbor, and you can find things. Most people agree that kids should have a good education. And you just find 2 or 3 things that's not filled with revenge and hatred, And we had to do individually, just walked out. You probably know everybody in your block, right?
Oh, I live in an apartment, so no. But
You probably know people in your building, though, right? And you probably know who the Trumpers are.
True.
And you could take them a donut and say, talk about education, because you will have, or women's rights are all very good in New York. That,
Everyone wants to wear a paperclip, but still, we all have to get along, right?
Give him a Democrat donor.
that's the thing, we do get along, that's the thing. But he and the right are trying to roil it up. I think people in this room are too smart to get riled up. I really do. Only
We're not falling for it.
stupid people get riled up, right?
I mean, about the bad things.
Yeah.
I'm feeling riled up about you.
Really?
Yes, I am. I'm excited about what
Yeah,
you're doing.
we're getting-
I'm
yeah, we're
excited
getting-
that you're going to start dating. And I'm excited that we're going to be in a Broadway show.
That would be good. Oh, you could do it.
We're doing it.
Okay. good.
Waldorf and Statler. Let's give it up for E. Jean Carroll. Please stay and dance your asses off, order drinks. Don't forget, everybody leave with a bottle of Hand on Heart wine, and with that, you can drink and drive.